Welcome to the road to $1 million in cryptocurrency live stream. I'm going to try and document my journey over the next 300 plus days to see if it's possible to become a crypto millionaire. Now, if you're new, my name is Sash. I'm an entrepreneur and I believe in financial education because that is the only way you and I are going to build financial independence. So please make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me on this journey. This is day 19. Let's start. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the live stream. Now, we should probably call this how to lose $1 million in 300 days because that's what it feels like. But we're not done yet. And the only time we ever fail is if we give up, okay? I want you guys to understand that the only time we ever fail is if we give up. And so when you are experiencing setbacks, when you're losing money, when you're losing anything really, I want you to just keep that in mind. The only time you ever truly lose is when you give up, when you stop trying, okay? And so we have a goal. We have a big, crazy goal on this channel, and that's gonna last for at least 1 year, maybe more. Maybe it's gonna take us longer to get to that goal of $1 million. But to me, what that represents is more than just the money, right? To me, that represents the journey, the community, the ability to overcome obstacles and all of that stuff. And so if you guys are joining us for the first time, you are looking at my spreadsheet. Now, in case you haven't seen any of these live streams before, I am a very OCD investor. In other words, I like to track all my numbers. The same thing for business, right? And so when you become an investor, I want you to think this way as well. How can you track your numbers? Because if you don't know your numbers, if you are not able to tell people what your cost rate is, what your run rate is, what your margin is, okay, that unfortunately means that you are at a disadvantage, okay? And so my goal is to hopefully try and show you what it takes to track your numbers and to know your numbers. So I'm going to use the spreadsheet here. I built this spreadsheet on Google Sheets, and if you'd like to have a copy of this, you can get it in the description below. It's totally for free, and it shows you everything you need to track. Okay, so in case you don't know anything about me, I started out as a cryptocurrency miner about 6 months ago, around December or so, going on 7 months now. It's kind of crazy. And I started mining ETH. Okay, that's how I started. I used the graphics card in my computer and I started mining ETH. It was amazing because, you know, I was earning some money from hardware that I had just lying at home. And then I started to invest in more graphics cards. And around that time, the price of ETH started going up too, which means that it was a really, really awesome opportunity. Okay, unfortunately now the price of graphics cards are so expensive as a result. But the cool thing is that I didn't just stick with that investment. I started mining ETH, and then after I had paid off all my graphics cards, I think I owned a total of about 40 if I kind of calculate everything. But right now I probably own about 25 to 27 cards. And so I basically diversified. After paying off those cards, I took some of the profit and I purchased Bitcoin ASIC miners. Okay, these are purpose-built machines that are designed to solve the SHA-256 algorithm which Bitcoin runs on. Okay, you can't just use regular hardware to mine Bitcoin anymore. You need special hardware. Okay, and so I purchased about 13 of these machines with some of my profits, and that was really cool. And then I started mining Bitcoin, and then when I broke even on my Bitcoin, then I started getting into decentralized finance. Okay, now unfortunately, decentralized finance is so risky, And so the purpose of me telling you the story is to show you what diversification might look like. Now, it's not going to be the same for everybody, but I want you to think this way if you want to become a sophisticated investor who protects his assets or her assets, okay? And so always think, how can I build as many income streams as possible? All right, so that's basically what we've got. All right, cool. So let's say hi to the people in chat. Let's say hi. All right, Reds1 says, hey Sash. 20LE209 says hi. What's up? Welcome to the live stream today. Sash, is there any tutorial on how to start using your spreadsheet? I should probably create one, but I could probably do a really quick run through today so you know how to use it, but it is available in the chat for free if you want it. Spots Walk 189 is in the chat. Welcome. Appreciate you joining. All right, cool guys. Before we start, let's fire off a tweet here. Let's fire off a tweet. All right. Okay, so what are we gonna say today? What are we going to say today? Dear at Fishswap. Oh, at Fishswap, crazy. At Ketchup, at Lava Finance, Lavacake Finance. Perfect. Okay. We've got a dream, and no scam is going to stop us. Does that sound too negative? I don't know. What do you think? We've got a dream, no scam's going to stop us. Let's see. We've got a goal. We've got a goal. And together we're going to achieve it. P.S. We are live. Hashtag crypto. Hashtag. Let's see. Entimos says it's hard writing a love letter. Oh man. Oh, dude. Crypto, DeFi. Money, investing, geek, arts, 1 million. Awesome. And we're going to achieve it. And together we're going to achieve it. We've got a goal and together we're going to achieve it. Okay, let's add one more hashtag here. Because I'm feeling inspired. Hashtag never give up. Yes, never give up. And that's my message for today, you guys. That is my message for today. Okay? My message is we got shafted really hard. Oh my gosh, but we don't give up, okay? We do not give up, people. We do not give up. All right, cool. Guys, so let me just walk you through the spreadsheet here. Okay, if you want to be a sophisticated investor, you got to know your numbers, okay? If you want to be a sophisticated business person, you got to know your numbers, okay? So when it comes to numbers, there are two main numbers that you really need to know as an investor, as an entrepreneur, business person. The first is, of course, all of it has to do with cash flow. Okay, the first is called income, and the second is called expenses. Very easy. Many of you know this already. Okay, what you see on the first tab here, which is called snapshot. This is a snapshot. This is basically all of the graphs and all of the earnings, as well as a totaling of what we've earned across all these other tabs, okay? So all these other tabs are pretty important, but the first tab, which is called snapshot, is the overview, if you like, okay? So let me just quickly show you what I'm doing, and then I'll take you through the other tabs so far. All right, so far my total earnings in terms of snapshot is broken up into 3 categories. The first is mining revenue. The second is DeFi, which of course we're going to change in just a sec. And the third are coins or projects that I believe have long-term potential in terms of infrastructure. All right. Very, very, very important. This is my strategy. Okay. You don't have to copy my strategy. In fact, please create your own strategy. I'm showing this to you so that you can learn and so that you can build something that's valuable and meaningful and something that you can control and understand, okay? My strategy is different, and therefore please consider this education and not financial advice, okay? So first investment here, this is mining revenue, both ETH and BTC. I've earned about $10,000 there. Then my next category here, which is called Ketchup, which is called DeFi, was made up of Ketchup, Fishswap, and Prism. Unfortunately, Fishswap rug pulled, and I only got out with about $1,050. Okay, I cashed out last week about $1,000, and then I had another $3,000 or so in liquidity yesterday. But when I cashed it out today, it was only worth $50. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to have to change that. Prism, of course, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, technically, the platform still exists, but they closed the chat group, so I'm not sure. So we're going to rename this very soon. Okay, then the main portfolio here. Here I hold other coins. I have about $500 worth, very low right now. Keep in mind, I have not been putting money in every month. I probably should, and you should also consider thinking about this if you want to build a long-term portfolio that has lots of value, okay? But again, please do your own research and don't invest more than you're willing to lose. But basically, I started on certain projects that I believe in, VeChain, Solana, ADA, etc. Okay, I'll show you guys what that looks like very soon. You could say our total income was around just under $12,000. It was over $15,000, but because we got rug pulled yesterday, we are now down to about $1,000 in net returns, if you like. Okay, so after expenses, you can say all of this represents about $10,000. There represents expenses. So what are expenses? The next tab over on my spreadsheet is called expenses and build. Now, as a miner, as a Bitcoin and ETH miner, I've had to make sure I track every single piece of hardware that I've purchased, as well as put the price of each item here. And that gave me a total value here. This is in dirham value. I live in the UAE. I'm from Dubai. And so that's our local currency there. Of course, this part here represents sales. Okay, so this is hardware that I sold. So like I said, if I calculate everything together, I probably owned over 40 graphics cards, but I sold 14, 15, 16, 17. I sold 17 graphics cards already. And then, of course, this is just a sort of like net earnings tab. I've got to go in and update that actually. But what I recommend that you guys do is don't just use this tab. If you plan on using my spreadsheet, don't just use this tab for your hardware. Also use this tab to track your gas fees. And I haven't been doing so. I'll be honest, I have not been doing so, but I'm going to start doing so right now. Or rather later today. I'll go in and I'll put all the gas fees that I've spent on there. So I know what my true earnings are and not just what my gross earnings are, okay? Now, the next tab over only applies to people who are miners. So if you're a miner, you can use this tab, and basically this is how I've split it. Bitcoin on top, ETH at the bottom, and this shows you what I've earned every day. So every day I'm earning just a little bit of both ETH and Bitcoin. About 3/4 of my Bitcoin farm is currently offline right now, and I turned them off because of electricity costs in comparison to the Bitcoin price. I was doing over $60 a day on Bitcoin, but unfortunately now it's down to about $12 or so. I'll just tell you what I earned in a second, which was yesterday, or over the last 24 hours. Give me a sec here, you guys. Okay, and revenue. All right. Okay, so we go over to Btc Usd Calculator, and in here I'm gonna put my Bitcoin. It's very, very small amounts of Bitcoin every day. 33735, something like that. So about $12.55. So I'm gonna put it here, $12.55, which is out 24 hours earnings. So total there, you could say, let's copy this over, that's about $100. Yes, I'm sorry, $100 this week. Okay, so this represents weekly. Okay, let's go over to the chart that most of you might be interested in using, especially if you're a DeFi user. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller so you can see the overview. All right, so on the left section here, this is where you earn all the, this is where you write down all the coins that you are earning every day. Okay, so you'll see Fishswap, Ketchup, Berserker, Prism, whatever it is. Okay, you can just copy, so you can just duplicate this page and paste it there for any project that you're invested in. Okay, so how does it work? You enter the amount that you want, that you're earning every day. So as you can see, we have May, June, July, all the way down till December. Okay, and so what this formula does is it calculates the total amount that you've earned, and then here it will give you the dollar value. And then here it will give you the daily average. So you know how much you're earning per day. And unfortunately, because Fish rug pulled and I did not sell my entire bag before they rug pulled, I only got out with about $50. Actually, that's probably wrong. I should probably update that. So about $50 today. Okay, Ketchup is very much the same. Okay, exactly the same layout. You could say I had about $600 in there. Daily average $32 per day. That's Ketchup Finance. That's with a $1,000 investment, or rather a $600 investment. I put in $1,000, it dropped in value, so you know, tread carefully. This one was Berserker. I basically only earned about $16, actually more like $24. I needed to update that. But same thing, you get the idea, and then of course Prism was the same thing. Okay, so all of these graphs that you're seeing here, I basically copied and pasted them on the front page. Okay, so you don't have to touch that if you don't want to. You just simply, if you want to use the spreadsheet, you simply have to go to these tabs and enter your values. So let me show you how that works. Of course, Fish is basically dead. Ketchup, actually, let me zoom in here so you can see. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so I started out earning Ketchup tokens passively by just using my stable coin. So I put my about $1,000 worth of DAI in the DAI liquidity pool. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like in case you're confused. Okay, DAI liquidity. By the way, this is the safest way to go if you plan on using these platforms. Okay, so you have these stable pools. So in other words, these don't fluctuate in value based on the price of the native token, right? You do earn the native token, but actually you only stake your stable coin. And so whatever you put in minus the fees, you'll get back out. And that's the safest way to play this. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys two more projects that I'm gonna personally invest in today. Actually, I already started investing in today. Okay, Fish, I'll show you what I was doing in Fish. Okay, I started Fish on the 30th of April. I put in $120, and of course, you know, that was a really awesome 10x there, and that became $1,000. I also put in, you could say, about $50 in the farm, and that of course it increased in value. So here we got in about 10 cents, 11 cents, give or take. Okay, and then of course throughout the remainder of the month of May here, I bought in at slightly higher amounts here. This was my worst purchase at 76 cents. This was not so bad. And then of course I spent about $2,000 again, and I bought in at around 22, you could say around 22 cents, 23 cents. Okay, so overall my total personal investment in Ketchup was around $2,596. But you could say that had Ketchup maintained, let's say had Ketchup maintained its 10 cent 10 cent value, had Ketchup maintained its 10 cent value this week, I would have probably had about $2,300. But unfortunately, Fish. This is Fish. I apologize. This is Fish. Okay, so, but unfortunately, Fish, they rug pulled. So what is it right now, actually? $0.002. Oh my gosh, crazy. Wow. Okay, let's. I know that some of you have been burned by this. I'm really sorry. I also got burned. I lost about $3,000, worth of liquidity. But let me just explain what happened here. This wallet, if I'm not mistaken, this wallet right here, this number five, okay, this wallet right here had about 14 million Fish tokens in it. This was the main wallet. Okay, this particular wallet emptied half its bag yesterday, and it tanked the price. Okay, so in case you're not sure what happened, this is what happened. Okay, so on PooCoin, this is where you can find the actual value here. Okay, you cannot do this on Dex Guru for some reason. I'm not sure. So around what is this? Around 16:45. So around 4:45 p.m. yesterday, the main wallet sold 6 million tokens, give or take. They sold 6 million tokens. So they had 14 million. They sold about 6 million. Okay. Then I'm not sure if this was Mark or if this was not Mark. Mark was the main admin guy. Okay, but for some reason, Mark showed up in the group yesterday, and everyone was freaking out, and Mark seemed, a little bit confused as well. I'm not sure if it was a lie or not, but anyways, people were saying do a token burn. Okay, and he actually did do a token burn yesterday of 2 million tokens, which means that now, actually, I'm not entirely sure, but now we saw it went to 14.5 million tokens. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he didn't do a token burn, but you can see it here if you just go and you look at all the transactions here. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am not wrong. Okay, but you can go ahead and you can check out all the transactions there. And then later today, so what happened yesterday around between 4 and 5 p.m. was the fish price tanked from 10 cents to 1 cent. And I should have sold. Oh my gosh, I didn't sell. Because Mark was like, yeah, we're still going to do the CX listing and all of that jazz, but oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, but anyways, I believed in the project, right? If we had done a CEX listing, the goal there, or maybe the lie, I don't know, maybe now we can say it's a lie, but the goal was to sell at $1 on the CEX exchanges. So exit with about $23,000. but it was not meant to be. They kind of fooled us all, okay, unfortunately. And the CX listing they announced was actually supposed to happen next week, around the 14th or so of June. But I guess we all got played, you guys. I guess we all got played. So anyways, what I've been telling my followers like 2 days ago, before the whole liquidation happened, was that the site looks like there are some, there are some vulnerabilities and permissions still intact, and therefore, unlike other secure sites, it might be a good idea to remove your principal investment. Okay, so that's what we were saying like 2 days ago. Okay, and then obviously this happened yesterday. It caught me off guard as well. I didn't sell. I didn't remove my entire principal investment. I only removed about $1,000 last week. So anyways, where are we going from now? Some people have been asking me in the chat group, in the Telegram chat group. Some people were saying, is Fish recovering? Should we buy? We're seeing, buy orders and all of that stuff. And to that, I want to basically say, we got played, right? We got played. We got deceived by the administration, okay, the owners of this platform. And so I personally don't want to do business with those kinds of people anymore. That's just me, right? If this starts going up in value, any of you are free to invest. So far, the site still works. There is still some liquidity locked in there. Some people are still farming. So if you go here, you can still see about $33,000. And in here, you can still see $19,000, $13,000, and $3,000, okay? I don't have anything. I cashed out. That was my decision. You can make your own decision, okay? You can make up your own mind. But personally, I don't want to do business with such people anymore, okay? Because I don't trust them. But again, like I always say, please guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research, okay? But so we were invested here in Ketchup, and as you can see, I have no more Ketchup. And the reason why I have no more Ketchup, even though it was producing about $30 to $40 a day, even though I have no Ketchup, and the price is it seems to be stable. I don't know for sure, but it has been stable around 5 cents. Okay, I personally don't have any Ketchup because of the following reasons. If I want to sell my Ketchup, all of these platforms don't work. Okay, if you try to sell your Ketchup here, it will just be stuck on the loading screen. Okay, it doesn't work. PancakeSwap, CafeSwap doesn't work at all. The only way that I've been able to sell my Ketchup was by using 1 inch, which by the way is an awesome project. And I personally think it's worth holding the 1 inch token as a long-term asset, okay? That's what I do. I'm going to also increase my holdings. But 1 inch is an amazing swapping site. I absolutely love this site. It also has multi-chain support. So you can do Ethereum, Binance, and Polygon swapping. And as you can see, it supports so many different wallets. This was the only way that I was able to sell my Ketchup, but unfortunately 1 inch, and this is probably just Ketchup in general, right? You buy the Ketchup token for 5 cents, but you can only sell it at $1 per coin. And so I got back a lot less than I put in, unfortunately. And so that's what it says here. Buy price, it showed me like $1. Sell price, it showed me like no, I'm sorry, the other way around. So, buy price was like 5 cents, sell price was like $1. So unfortunately, I got back less in terms of dollar value from Ketchup, but I personally don't like this model. I'll be honest, I absolutely love the Fishswap model. I love the Fishswap model. It's so investor friendly. This model, this technology, if it had the right team, had the potential to be really, really, really successful. That's just my opinion, right? I think this particular technology, the tokenomics, the fee structure, everything about this was great. The only thing missing was that it had a scammy team. Okay, that's just my opinion. I loved this. This was my favorite in terms of technology, and I absolutely loved their fee structure and tokenomics. Okay, I thought they had the perfect formula, and that like 1 to 2 million weekly burn was also really, really great. So just want to put that out there, you guys. All right, cool. Let me just head over to the chat here and see if I'm missing any comments, and then I'll take a look at some of the other platforms that I'm personally invested in and some of the platforms that you guys have been requesting. Okay, cool. So let's see. David is in the house. Welcome, David. Appreciate you joining. Entimo says, it's hard writing a love letter. Okay, cool. Yeah, we read that one. Reds one says, looking forward to the quick rundown. Awesome. Hope that made sense, right? Hope that made sense. Let me know if you need any more clarification on that spreadsheet. Sebastcom is in the chat. Welcome. If you put USDT in a pool, will the site owners be able to run with it, or would I be able to always get my invested USDT minus fees back? It completely depends on the contract structure, but in most cases, if they have, say, a multi-sig, what is it called? Master Chef. If they have a multi-sig Master Chef, if they have a time lock on their Master Chef, and if they've renounced ownership of their platform, in other words, they don't have owner permissions on their platform, then you could say that that your stablecoins might be pretty safe. A good example would be Polygold. Let's head over to Polygold, you guys. Polygold got rug pulled this week, and I want to just show you what we are looking at. Okay, so right, okay, so they're down, right? So they're down, but here it says you could potentially use the Master Chef directly, of course, using this, I don't know, this platform or something. You may be able to use the Master Chef to get your stable coins back. I'm not sure how that works personally. As soon as you can, just get back your stable coins if you suspect some sinister behavior. And over the last few live streams, we actually did go over some of the things that you need to consider or look at rather when you're considering a platform. And so we'll go over them again today. Crypto Investor is in the live stream. Welcome, Crypto Investor. We appreciate you joining today. All right, cool. Let me show you guys what I'm invested in. And let me show you guys what I'm invested in. Right now, I've moved some of my investment. To Lavacake. Lavacake is one of my current investments, and as you can see, I have $600 in the USDT pool. We're doing about 916% per day, earning Lava tokens. That Lava token is currently worth $1,765. Do not buy the Lava token, please. Do not buy it. Right now, however, it's going up in value. It was around 1,400 earlier today. And the reason why it's going up in value is because, and I love the technology, and I think if we made a geekarts.com, geekarts.net site, this is probably a similar system that we would use. Okay, when somebody locks their liquidity, you actually cannot harvest for a locked period of time. In other words, you cannot harvest right away and sell right away. You have to wait for that counter to finish. So I can only harvest my stake, which might be several Lava tokens. I might only be able to harvest it in 1 week's time from now. Personally, I really like that because it means it's not going to tank the price as we've seen in so many other platforms. But please understand, I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just what I'm doing, okay? I also know that if at any time I need to remove my stablecoin, I'm just going to click there. I'm just going to click confirm and I'm going to take it out. Okay, so I'll get back 611 tether dollars, okay? I have about 0.4 ETH. I'm going to put it in here as well in just a sec. But this looks like a really interesting project. If you're interested, let's go ahead and look at their their white paper here, okay? And let's look at what makes this different and why and what some of the things you should consider. Okay, firstly, they do not have their own DEX. Okay, so this is not like Fishswap. You have to use another exchange, which is PancakeSwap. I hate this, to be honest. I hate this. I don't like using another platform. But anyways, let me just show you, right? So let's say, for example, I wanted to sell 1 lava. Let's say I minted 1 lava. I will get 4.7 BNB, right? But notice that the slippage tolerance is set at 10. I can obviously change this, but you need to experiment. They haven't actually told us what the slippage tolerance should be, but that's what it looks like right now. Secondly, the other thing you should always consider here is something called price impact. Do not ever ignore the price impact, okay? Let me show you why. Let's say I wanted to sell 10 lava. I'm gonna get 39 BNB, but look at the price impact. 18%. I'm gonna lose 18%. Okay, what happens if I sell 100? 69% of that value is gonna be lost. Okay, keep that in mind, people. There is a minimum for a reason, and this is called an anti-whale mechanism. Okay, and I love that. They even mention it here. Okay, so they even mention it right here, anti-whale. Okay, so let's actually look at the tokenomics so you can understand in case you want to know why I invested in it. Okay, just to be clear, I'm not saying you should invest in it. I'm saying I invested in it. Okay, please do what you want and please do your own research. The first is the tax. Okay, Ketchup had a similar system. I hated it. But because there's this liquidity lock in place, I think it's pretty interesting. And I think it's a pretty interesting payoff. It's a worthwhile trade in my opinion, because they're locking all those tokens in because they're locking all the harvest in a 1 week period. I believe that the token price will continue to go up in value because more people are holding and not selling. But of course, next week the price will go down once that timer runs out. So you want to be in line to sell. Okay, so it says here 7.5%. So in other words, you're going to lose 7.5% when you harvest. Okay, when you set the slippage, you want to make sure it's set to 8% or more. If it's it will fail if it's less than 7.5%. Okay, automated burning. Okay, so they're saying here that they're gonna burn 2.25% off that 7.5% tax, which means they're gonna try and control the price stability. They're also going to try and use this for some kind of deflation in a way, but we'll see how it goes. It says here automatic liquidity. Every transaction of lava will be charged the tax, which we mentioned, and then 5.25% will be automatically added to the liquidity protocol. And this is why I'm saying I love the way they've done the tokenomics here. They really seem to be concerned, and let me just put this out there. I don't know who the team is. I have not been able to chat to any of these people. I'm just looking at the numbers and the documentation here, okay? So you need to do your own research, all right? So they're saying that they're going to put that back into liquidity automatically to create price stability. We'll also go ahead and look at BSC scan in just a sec to see how much Lava the main wallets hold right now, so as to not put ourselves in the same fish position. All right, anti-whale, of course, if you try to sell more than 0.5%, it will be rejected. But of course, 0.5% of the total supply is a lot. So as you saw, the price impact always goes up the more you try to sell. And of course, this is the main feature that differentiates this platform, the harvest lockup. Okay, the harvest lockup is going to prevent you from harvesting your coins every day. And that, of course, protects the price. Okay. Of course, if you have a referral program, they have a referral program as well. I'll have my link down below in case you want to get on Lava, but in case you want to share this with other people, you can go here to referral, and you can copy your code, and you can invite your friends to Lava and earn 3% of whatever they're earning. So that's a really nice mechanism as well. If you're interested in earning passive income, I'd really appreciate if you use my link, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, here's their roadmap. Here's their roadmap. This is what they plan on doing, or how much they've done so far. Okay, they've done community building. They've deployed their contracts. They've built their app. They've done their audits, which we'll look at in just a sec. They have submitted to CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, DappRadar, and BSC Scan. We'll go ahead and check that out in just a sec. They've already done an airdrop, apparently. They've also started their pools today, so that's going to be checked today. They're going to launch their lottery soon. This is a really cool feature. I love this feature. And this is similar to Koala Finance. You can stake your Lava tokens and earn other coins. So maybe you can earn ETH, Cake, BNB, maybe even BTC by staking your Lava. Okay, that's called a chocolate pool feature. Let's go back here. Chocolate pool. Yeah, so it will appear here. You'll be able to see the different pools where you can stake your Lava and earn other coins. Or if you have your own platform, or maybe we'll create our own platform, we can also apply here, and so people can stake Lava and earn our coin. Right, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, they're doing all of this stuff too. I'm not entirely sure. So they're working on some audits with Certic and Hacken, which is really important. But we're going to do our own audit because that's how we roll. All right, and of course here they're telling you about other things. This one here is what I'm really looking forward to. Their very own automated market maker and DEX. This is what made Fishswap so popular and powerful. You did not have to go to PancakeSwap. You did not have to go to 1inch. You could just trade your fish directly on their DEX. That is amazing. It's really, really great, and I really appreciated that about Fishswap. So if they're going to add that, that's going to make it really awesome, and you don't have to use another platform. Okay, so let's talk about the tokenomics here and their launch. Okay, so they already started farming earlier today. I think one of our members in the Telegram group mentioned that. So thank you so much for that heads up. By the way, guys, if you have not checked out the Telegram group, please consider joining. It is in the description below. Okay, right. Let's see here. Okay, so you can swap it there. Emission rate. Yeah, this is really important. They're only going to emit 1 Lava per block. So let's actually do this math here. Okay, let's look at the BSC block time. 5 seconds. Okay. So we know that there are 1,440 minutes in one day. Okay, let's go ahead and do the math for seconds. We know that there are 86,400 seconds in one day. And if we divide that by 5 seconds, that means 17,280 Lava tokens are minted every day. Okay, by the way, when they launched, I think they only had like 1 or 2 tokens. I'm not entirely sure. But you can, what does it say here? Do they have any pre-minted tokens? Let's actually look at it. Tokenomics. We already looked at this. Nope. Roadmap, Lavacake. Yeah. Anyways, so that's what I am doing there. Okay, so let's look at the audits here. So they have a tech rate audit. You can definitely look at that if you want. Again, this is what I looked at when I decided to check this out. They do have some issues here with the gas limit and the design logic, but these, for example, are just front-end issues. So here it says the issue is sending tokens to dead address is overwritten by underscore transfer functions instead of burning them in a token contract. And they're saying here that this is a potential vulnerability. So instead of burning, this could easily be sent to a different wallet. Okay, so that's a medium severity issue, and that happens during each of the times we decide to harvest. Okay, that tax, which is meant to be burned around like 2.2% of whatever we harvest every single harvest. That's meant to be burned, but they're saying here that it could be sent to a different wallet if that code is changed. Okay, and then of course here they're mentioning the block gas limit. Okay, so what does this mean? Let's actually read this code here. Function that can fail due to block gas limit if the pool size is too big. Okay, so in other words, this could cost you more BNB if you are harvesting or compounding. Okay, so keep that in mind. Owner privileges. In the period when the owner is not renounced, the owner can change the referral bonus amount. The owner can change the harvest lock, block, and harvest time amounts. Okay, so that's basically what the owner privileges have. But the nice thing is that, where is it here? Okay. Migrated code. Lavacake has removed the following migrated code from our contract, which was forked from PancakeSwap. And although they might not be able to do it, the code is still present in their contract, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so what they're saying is that they've removed their migrated code, but of course, they're not mentioning anything about multi-sig here. What I do like, however, is that they have a time lock. They will add the time lock contract as the owner of the master chef before the farming starts. So of course, they've already done so. And you can click here if you want to check that out. Emergency withdraw, they say here if something happens to the platform, if it gets DDoSed or whatever it is, you can follow these steps here to basically withdraw your currency. Okay, so you are able to interact with the master chef directly by following these steps right here. Okay, so that's a little bit of an audit. Let's actually look at BSC scan, and let's have a look at the biggest wallets. Where is it? The biggest wallets. And I promise we're going to look at those other apps in just a sec, you guys. Let's go here and find that contract. Okay, and let's paste it here. Okay, so this is the Lavacake token. Okay, and let's look at holders. Okay, so the main contract, which is the actual protocol, that has about 4,364 locked right now in that time lock. Okay, the second biggest holder here has 273 lava. At the time of this recording, that is currently worth $400,000. Okay, so if the price continues to go up, that will continue to increase in value. I'm not entirely sure whose account this is, but of course it's not like Fish where the owner had like 30% of the entire supply. It's about 5% there. This one is another contract. This one is another contract. This one is another contract. And of course they've already burned 27 lava, which is really, really cool. That's really important. These are, of course, what other people may have purchased till now. Okay, so I think this may be the development team. I'm not entirely sure. If I look at that right there, you can see that okay. They seem to be distributing some coins out. Maybe they're using it to pay people. I don't know for sure, but you can definitely check that out, okay? Right now, 5%, holding 5% of the total supply doesn't bother me as much as 30% as in the case of fish. But anyways, let me check out you guys's. Oh, by the way, I seem to have earned $762 by staking earlier, since staking earlier today. Crazy time. Anyways, let me go ahead and see you guys, what you guys are saying here. Okay, so Evan Curtis is in the chat. Welcome, Evan. We appreciate you hanging out today. Evan Curtis says, my long-term holds are a cash network, Helium, HNT, and MXC Foundation if ever looking for another solid long-term potential. I'm actually going to write it down here on my spreadsheet because I really appreciate that. Okay, just give me a sec. So HMT, yep, HMT, aka Helium, is very popular as a mining solution as well. It doesn't consume much electricity. The actual miners look like routers, and I like them because they're creating a new kind of interweb or internet, which is based on infrastructure around the city, which means that you can connect to the Helium network, sort of like an Internet of Things, if you're in a city that has lots of these routers around. And if you're a router provider, so in other words, if you own the routers, you can basically earn the Helium token, right? If you've got lots of routers and you built a little WAN, you can wide area network, that's what WAN stands for. If you build your own little wide area network in your city, let's say 2, 3, 5, 10 kilometers apart, you can earn the Helium token. And some people are saying it's very, very profitable as well. The routers cost about $400 or so. But again, I'm not entirely sure, and I don't advise anything on this channel. I'm just educating you guys. But that's really, really cool. Let me see, MXC, yeah, MXC is another really cool option. MXC, if you guys don't know, is a centralized exchange. That's where Fish was supposed to list as well at $1. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's really cool. And of course, the other one here, a cash network. Let me write it down, a cash network. Okay, so guys, make sure you check those coins out if you're interested. Alan says, which investment, hey Alan, what's up? Welcome to the live stream today. Alan says, which investment is safe right now? What is the website address for Lavacake? It is Lavacake, lavacake.finance. Lavacake.finance. I don't know if it's like completely safe, but based on my analysis, it looks decent. If you're looking for the safest platforms, I'd look at platforms associated with top 100 cryptocurrencies, maybe top 50. And so PancakeSwap is the closest to what we're doing. In fact, many of these DeFi projects were cloned from PancakeSwap. If you're looking for similar alternatives, 1inch has a DAO. It also has a liquidity program. Aave is really, really interesting. It's awesome. I love Aave, but the yields are not that great. However, you can borrow money against your collateral, which is cool. And a few others too, you know. Of course, Uniswap is there, SushiSwap is there, but you know, they're very similar to PancakeSwap, but their margins are lower. But those are relatively safe. They're also backed by big players like Binance. All right, PVS is in the live stream. Welcome, PVS. We appreciate you. Hey, bro, what do you think of the latest message by Fishswap team on their official Telegram channel? And my wife is in the chat. Welcome to Sarah. She says cash out. Okay, by the way, guys, this is to all the gentlemen out there who are married. Okay, it's a good idea. It's a good idea to tell your wife what you're doing and make sure she's up to date on what you're doing. Okay, please don't keep this hidden from them, because if you fail and you reveal it, it will be much worse than if you had taken them along the journey with you. So consider this, ladies and gentlemen, consider involving your spouses in in your investment decisions. All right, I'm gonna actually look at that right now. Let's go ahead and check this out, you guys. All right, so Telegram. This is the Telegram. Where is it? Is this investors? Hey investors, Fishswap is going down. We are very sorry that we can't able to recover back in the situation. The only solution, keep staking and recover loss. Wait for CEX listing. Don't panic and sell at a loss. What the hell? Like, why would you even like, oh my gosh. Anyways, most important news now, Dev doesn't hold any fish. 100% supply now in liquidity pooled at the current price. We are doing an important thing. We are increasing APR on pools to very high. Just stake and earn and wait for 1 month by daily compounding 3 times. Loss will recover and price too, but don't sell anymore and spread FUD. Let new investors come. Now we don't hold any fish. Now price will completely up to traders. In my opinion, every person should do what they feel is right. So my message to all investors out there is, please make your own decision. I do not ever and will not ever trust a person like this again. I don't know his name. I don't know who he is, where he's from. I know that his developer is a freelancer from Fiverr. That I know. So he's saying here that the site is going down. Fishswap is going down. Why would I buy more tokens if it's going down? Right? Maybe he means that the token price is going down. I don't know. But he's encouraging people to like stake and stuff like that. Personally, yeah. Hung Vo said it right. He said, "Shut your effing mouth." Oh man, that is funny. Yeah, I feel sorry for the moderators. I really feel sorry for the moderators because these guys were hired. And they were promised a salary, but they were not paid. And so everything we were told by the moderators was just passed on by this Mark guy, right? But that Mark guy, I believe he's a scammer. Personally, I believe he's a scammer. I don't believe a thing that he says. If I wanted to play the smart, right? If I want to get back maximum money, this is what I would do. The moment there is a listing on a centralized exchange, if he's telling the truth, which I highly doubt, but if he's telling the truth, if we list on MXC, on Who, on BitThumb, if we list there at $1, right? Maybe we list at $1. I don't know. I think it's BS. But anyways, let's say hypothetically we list there. Of course, I want you guys to please keep looking every day. I'm also going to do the same. But the moment we do, I'm going to go straight to Fishswap. I'm going to buy 100,000 tokens, maybe even 200 or 500,000 tokens. And we're going to go straight to MXC and we're going to sell it. That's called arbitrage, people. And if you want your money back, that's one potential exit for you. But again, this is not financial advice. That's just what I would do. All right. So we actually wanted to look at some very, very important projects. The first is called Koala DeFi. All right, Koala DeFi. Koala DeFi is a project that is very similar to PancakeSwap in that you can participate in all the same stuff that we've been participating in right now, such as liquidity pools and farms. But the coolest thing is that they've also got this Bush section right here. It's a really weird naming convention, but anyways, it's called Bush. And when you click on Bush, you can stake your native coin, which is the eucalyptus, or it's called the Liptus coin. Okay, when you stake the Liptus coin, you can earn other coins. So here, for example, you can earn BUSD, you can earn banana, you can earn ETH, you can earn BNB, you can earn cake. Okay, the APRs are not amazing, but this is really, really interesting, and I love this. What I also love about this is that there is a time limit. So this is probably the business deal that they did with these other protocols, because you can't just randomly set this up. You have to do a business deal with the other protocols, right? And so there's a time limit here. So it says ending in set number of days. This one, for example, it says this number of blocks remaining, etc., etc. So there's a time limit on these pools, which is really, really nice. Let's actually look at the price chart here. The Lavacake is now $1,900. That's crazy. I'm gonna probably put my other coins in there, you guys. But yeah, so let's look at this. This is their crazy ramp so far. So this is, so what we're looking at right now is Koala DeFi. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Koala DeFi. This is the Liptus token specifically. Okay, so the Liptus token here, I'm trying to find the beginning. I saw a price high of about $3.30. So very similar to Ketchup, right? Here you could say that they started. This is probably like a pre-sale event here, maybe about 13 cents, give or take. They went up to $3, and obviously when farming started, they probably dropped. They're now at around 64 cents. Okay, so that's the first thing. If I copy this address, head over to BSC scan. Oops, nope, wrong one. It's Prism. Prism's still alive, you guys. Prism is still alive. All right, let's go ahead and put this in there. Okay, so this is the Liptus. Let's take a look at the Liptus. How much is currently being held? Okay, so the main contract is holding 42% of the supply, and these other contracts here are holding 21%, 13%, and then of course you've got a wallet here. This is probably the developer wallet, is holding 186. Let's actually look at this. 186,386 times 0.64 cents, I think it was. So that's about $100,000, $120,000. So that means if they sold right now, they would get out with about $120,000, which is not life-changing, but it could drop the price if they sold, right? If you want, you can look at address number 4. Here it is. They've burned 180,000 tokens, about $120,000, $110,000. They've burned already. So that looks pretty interesting. In terms of security, 5% I'm not too worried about. Let's go ahead and look at tokenomics to see if their contracts look safe. Again, keep in mind, guys, I'm not like an expert or anything, but here we do see a CertiK report. Okay, of course, we'll click on it and we'll read it and everything, but in case you don't know what CertiK is one of the largest, potentially most trusted auditors in the DeFi space. Okay, but with anything, take these audits with a pinch of salt. Okay. Okay, so CertiK is telling us about the findings here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, so variable, what is this? Unchanged function variable names, which they seem to have solved. Time check relies on timestamp. That's a minor issue. They haven't changed it yet. They're going to. That checks affect interaction pattern not used. That's probably specific to the algorithm. They seem to have resolved that. The function return value has been ignored. They seem to have resolved that. Missing emit events. Okay, so this basically is, I mean, from what I understand about that, is in the code, maybe they are missing some information or some code specific to the block emissions, which they seem to have been resolved, but they're saying here this is an informational error. So maybe it wasn't displaying on the site or something like that. This one here, add function not restricted, critical. Okay, so when you're doing an audit, of course, such functions allows the owner of the contract to add whatever functionality they want, right? Maybe they want to use the add function to add a 100% deposit, right? So in other words, if you deposit your money, it will say 4% or 2% or whatever it is on the site, but actually they will just steal your money. So that's what the add function can look like. It says here missing zero address validation, which is minor. They seem to have resolved that. Okay, so here when this CertiK report was done, it says privileged ownership on master Schiff and privileged ownership on Liptus token. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but let's go ahead and read the rest of it here. Okay, so volatile code, any comparison should avoid using the timestamp. Okay, so this is about the timestamp. So guys, I would probably say take a look at this CertiK report on your own, but a lot of what CertiK pointed out as vulnerabilities on the site seem to have been resolved here. Okay, so this is interesting. The documentation, LPs, the amount of this. Okay, interesting. Privileged ownerships of master Schiff. The owner of master Schiff has permission to add and set pools that could update the parameters on rewards without obtaining the consensus of the community. Renounce ownership when it is the right timing or gradually migrate to a time lock plus multi-sig governing procedure and let the community monitor in respect of transparency considerations. Okay, so let's actually go ahead and look at their documentation. Where is their documentation? Docs. Okay, here it is. So under their documentation, they're saying the following, right? So first, let's obviously look at their transparency here. Through all this documentation and into each of our actions, we want to be able to be transparent with the Koala's community. All buy and burn actions will be declared on Twitter and Telegram. Okay. And all farms and pools will be listed in the documentation and no hidden farm pool will be added. We will write an article to give advice and to check to see if this project was others work in progress or see all farming. Okay, so that's interesting that they're trying to be transparent there. But of course, it would be really nice if they could just tell us who they are, right? If they could just like say, hey guys, this is who we are. We are X, Y, and Z. This is what our experience is. That would make me feel very good, actually, because now I know that who the real people are behind this. It seems like this still has an anonymous development team. All right, so let's actually look here. 1 ellipsis per block. I think we already mentioned that, if I'm not mistaken. 3-second block time on BSC. I'm pretty sure we saw a 5-second block time, but anyways, it's saying 3 second, which means 28,000 ellipsis per day. That's not terrible. If you were a Fishswap investor, you probably noticed that there were a lot more fish in circulation because that was 20 fish per day. All right, this is 1 ellipsis per block. I'm sorry, 20 fish per block. This is 1 ellipsis per block, which means the emissions are a lot lower, which is nice. 9% of the emission rate is sent to the dev address to fund the team. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot, actually. So 28,800. Of course, it would be really nice to know who the team is. So basically, the team will be earning passively just through the block emissions. They will be earning 2,592 Koala tokens, which at the time of recording is 64. Okay, 64. So about $1,658 per day. Or if we just do the straight math, $49,766 per month worth of Koala tokens are being sent to the development team. Now, I don't know if the development team are staking. If they are, they're probably earning more. If not, maybe not. Okay, so anyways, that's something to really keep in mind there. If we want to look at audits, okay, so they've done Certic, they've done tech rate. Contracts, here are the main contracts. Master Chef is now the owner of the Liptus token, which is nice, so they've transferred that. They also have a time lock, which is really, really cool. I appreciate that. You can also see what other token partnerships they have here. Migrator code is removed. Very, very, very important. I personally really appreciate when sites do this. Yeah, that's important. Time lock. They have a time lock here, which means that the owner of the MasterChef contract, maybe you're not able to interact with that for 24 hours or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how that time period works without queuing them for at least 24 hours. Okay, so let's just say they wanted to perform some kind of execution function on the code. They would need to have a wait time of about 24 hours. So I don't really know what that means, but it sounds great. It sounds great. Anyways, so that's Koala Finance, you guys. It looks pretty safe. Again, proceed with caution. Do everything, do whatever you do, please always do your research before you invest, okay? Before you invest. All right. Let me go over to the chat here, see if I'm missing anything. I know that we've been going on for a really long time, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. Mr. MCZ is in the chat. Hello, Mr. MCZ. Welcome. Andre is here. He says, what's up, Uncle Jazz? Did you get to check out Polymax by any chance? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Polymax. I think, oops, we'll come back to that. Polymax, oops. Polymax.club. Pretty sure we checked out Polymax the other day. Okay, so firstly, Polymax is going to start in 23 hours, but I'm looking at a token price of $0. Crazy, cray. Let's have a look at the charts here. This says quick chart. Alrighty. Okay, so, whoa, what is happening here, you guys? What is happening here? Okay, so Polymax is looking like super sketchy. I saw a high of like $500. What is this? $500? And then it dropped, and now it's like, where is it right now? Where is it right now? I don't know. It says $316, but on the site it doesn't say anything. Am I on the right site, Andre? Let's see here. If I click this one. Alan says, bros always give the full address of the token so we can run our individual audits before making a decision. Yeah, really important. So by the way, Polymax is on the Polygon smart chain, in case you are interested in checking that out. That's the token there. You can obviously see all of their transactions here, but I am looking for the chart. And that chart is looking really weird, man. That chart looking real weird. Let's go ahead and check out QuickSwap's chart. I understand, yes. Guys, I don't think this is a safe platform here. I can't even see a token price. I can't see any trading. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. It says the total volume of the last 24 hours was $4,500. The fees were $13, but I'm not seeing any. Okay, there's no liquidity, firstly. Let's actually take a look at this. Stats. Okay. Okay, everything is like zero. Everything is zero. Why is everything zero? We gotta check this out, you guys. We gotta check this out. Docs. Okay, so starting lineup. Roadmap. 7th June. They're going to do a social media launch. 12th of June, the site is gonna go live, which is basically tomorrow. Oh, that's the Git book. I don't know what I'm looking at here, you guys. The farming is going to start tomorrow. Okay, so this here, the 7th of June was when the site went live. The farming will start tomorrow. The pools and farms will be adjusted as needed. Tokenomics, let's have a look at tokenomics. 1 per block, initial supply is 10, maximum mint is 1,296, 1.2 million. Almost 1.3 million. So I would probably say like tread with caution. All right, we're not seeing any buying happening right now, even though there's supposed to be like 10 tokens in existence. We'll see more tomorrow, but for now, just like wait it out, see how people are using this platform before you jump in. If I have to look here, it says migrator code has been removed. The master chef contract is there, but they're not saying anything about transfer of ownership. They do tell you about the APRs and how they're calculated, which is really nice. But yeah, that's about it, you guys. That is about it. All right. Okay, so Andre says charts are weird because there's only 2 coins in circulation. Clayton Joseph is in the live stream. Welcome, Clayton Joseph. I think you need to connect your wallet for the price to appear on the site. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and check it out here. So, what is this? Is this a MetaMask? Okay. Okay, I am connected to the Matic network, but I don't see any price. So it seems like there is no price. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you guys some of these other projects that you guys requested earlier. I know that we're going on really long here, but I just want to make sure I honor your requests. So let's actually take a look at Space Dumpling. Space Dumpling. I'm in so much pain, you guys, by the way. just FYI, I'm in so much pain right now because of my sickness. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. So as you can see, very, very similar platform, 0.005 token price, which is super low. Total value locked in liquidity is 110,000 there. Okay, let's look at the DOE pools. The DOE pools are looking pretty low. They recently added a USDT pool, and you're looking at 100,000%. What is the APR? 240. Interesting. 4% deposit fee, 2-hour harvest lockup. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. That might be super new, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Docs. Okay, charts. PooCoin. PooCoin. We're headed to PooCoin, you guys. We are headed to PooCoin. Evan Curtis says, I suspect most dev teams are anonymous because regulation in this space is very much a gray area. Unfortunately, that means the space also is full of snakes. Absolutely. If we, by the way, in case you guys are new here, there've been talks, maybe jokes, I don't know, but there've been talks of us as investors getting together in the Telegram group and just creating our own platform. It might be called geekarts.com or something. I don't know for sure right now, but if that ever happens, I want to make sure you guys know exactly who the team is. Okay, dang, son. So we are looking at okay, so we started off here. We started off here at 1 cent. We started off at 1 cent on space. What is this? This is Space Dumpling. On Space Dumpling, you guys. We started off at 1 cent. We are now at 0.005. And we are continuing to dump. Yeah, personally, it's not very exciting to me. It's not very exciting at all. Let's look at the tokenomics. Okay, unlimited supply. 1% burn rate. 10 space dumplings per block. The names are killing me, yo. The names are killing me. 6% slippage. 8.5% to the development team. Personally, not so exciting to me, personally. But hey, if it's exciting to you, please do your own research and check it out. Okay, so the next one is Merlin Lab. I'm really interested in this. Merlin Lab. This is sort of like Aave in a way, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I might be mistaken, but yeah. Anyways, so this is Merlin, okay, and as you can see, Merlin is very much a liquidity yield farm, in effect. But why did I think it was similar to Aave? What made me think that? I can't remember now. I think I was looking at it on my phone, but okay, so you cannot actually borrow money here. Okay, they've got an interesting NFT collection. That's pretty cool. $24 token price, by the way. Their biggest pool here is 7,000% Merlin and BNB. Super volatile, by the way. Very volatile. Because both those coins are not like fixed to any currency. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. This one's like, if you ever find a pool, if you ever find a farm, rather, not a pool, a farm that has 2 stable coins, in my opinion, that is the best farm to get into. Okay, if you ever find a farm that has 2 stable coins, that is the best kind of farm to get into. And the reason for that is because you won't suffer a heavy impermanent loss, okay, because they're stable, right? And if they're pegged to each other, that means they don't move up or down that much. You're probably looking at fractions of a percentage, right? And so that makes them super, super safe, in my opinion, if you're using a farm, okay? If you're using volatile coins, like let's just say you're using the Merlin and the BNB coin, right? Whenever you provide liquidity, let me just make this a little bit bigger so you can see, right? Whenever you provide liquidity, you're going to basically trade your tokens for a casino chip, right? And so when you get that casino chip is tethered to your coins and those coins remaining in a 1:1 ratio, which means that if the ratio goes like 1:2, 2:1, 0.5 to 1, whatever, if the ratio changes from 1:1, you will suffer impermanent loss, which means you will get back less than you put into the farm. Okay, so farming is highly, highly volatile if you're using volatile tokens, okay, because of impermanent loss. But if you're using stable coins like USDT, BUSD, very, very, very cool. And that's something that I'm personally, like if I were to say the one that, the kind of farm that I would prefer to participate in most, it would be a stable coin pair like this. Okay, but Merlin's really interesting. If you do want to participate in this, I'm just trying to find their documentation. Where are their documentation? Okay, so they've got an audit. This is their contract. I don't even know what network this is on. Is this on Binance Smart Chain? Let's try and connect. Yeah, it is on Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so here you can basically check out their contracts. I'm not going to go in and look at that because that's all code written in Solidity. This is their audit here. Okay. This is going to take too long, so I'm just going to try and go through this really quickly. Security, severity rather. Critical. Okay, so audit overview. No severity issues, no severe issues, no high issues, no medium issues, low vulnerability. Okay, so here you are missing, what is this? Missing events for critical access control parameters. Fixed before the second review. Okay, so they've already fixed that, which is nice. The Boolean equality. Boolean constants can be used directly and do not need to be compared to true or false. They seem to have fixed that too. In fact, they've fixed all of their vulnerabilities. So, you know, in terms of an audit, you know, it looks pretty decent. But hey, you know, if you're happy with these numbers and you want to try, I would probably say the safest pool to join is the, where is it? The BUSD USDT pool. I lost it. This one, right? No, where is it? Okay, I lost it. Anyways, so you get the idea. Whoa, my lava is now $927. Cray, you guys, cray. All right, let's look at one more. Which is Swarm coin. Okay, this was one more that I got. Swarm coin. I think this is it. I'm not entirely sure. Your tokenization toolkit. All right, open permissionless tokenization at no cost fundraising. Easily create and manage digital assets, powered by Swarm. All right, what is it? What is it though? What is it? We don't know what it is. And the site doesn't work, you guys. The site doesn't work. Okay, maybe I clicked on the wrong link. Let's click on this one. No, the site does not work. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Okay, if you were to buy Swarm, how could you buy it? Where could you buy it? All right, Swarm is loading, you guys. In the meantime, Efinity was the other request that I had today. Okay, so Uniswap is glitching out here. Okay, it seems like it's not working. So let's close Swarm. Okay, stay away from Swarm, you guys. Stay away from Swarm. Efinity was the other one that I got a request on. Next generation blockchain for NFTs. Scalable, decentralized cross-chain networks designed to bring non-fungible tokens to everybody. In case you're not sure what an NFT is, or a non-fungible token, it's basically a rare digital asset, okay? Usually one of a kind or a limited edition of something. And so this has been one of the biggest crazes this year. Like earlier this year, especially on OpenSea, where digital artists especially, as well as other kinds of artists, are now able to tokenize their work, and people are able to buy digital versions of this work. Some people are selling pairs, others are selling one of a kind. The biggest sale so far is a work by Beeple, which sold for around $69 million. It's been all over the internet. So that's what an NFT is, a non-fungible, usually one of a kind or limited edition token. Okay, so usually you can tokenize your artwork, you can tokenize your business, you can tokenize other kinds of assets. Okay, very, very popular this year. So Efinity is saying that they want to be a blockchain for NFTs. in case you're not sure what NFT blockchains look like, they're basically built on Ethereum. But you've got others like Rarible, which is built on its own blockchain, if I'm not mistaken. So this is OpenSea. This is built on the Ethereum network, which means you trade in ETH, right? And let's say, for example, I wanna go here and I wanna buy some of these NFTs. You can see 0.1 ETH, 0.1 ETH, etc. Okay. So NFTs, all the craze this year. This is a new blockchain that's coming out. I don't really know much about it, but I promise to actually look at the white paper and let you guys know what I think. All right, cool. So really quickly, Paul Ermston is in the live stream. Welcome, Paul. We really appreciate you today. Let's see what Paul says. Paul says, man, I just came from the Telegram channel that has been rug pulled. Thousands have lost their money. Damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, we covered that. We covered that today. It really sucks. Really sucks, but hey, we're continuing to diversify. We are continuing to rebuild. We're continuing to work towards our goal, Paul, and nothing like this is going to get us down. So the name of the game is diversification. The name of the game is being safe. Okay, if we can get in and get out of projects as quickly as possible with our principal investment, I think that's going to be a great way forward. Make sure you guys take profit daily if possible. Otherwise, take profit as quickly as you can until you make up your principal investment, okay? Evan says, I kind of feel like the best way to launch a swap platform is to start with a huge circulating supply right from the start, and once farms turn on, you start burning at a similar pace to maintain a good ratio. That is exactly what Fishswap did, which is why they were able to maintain price stability for such a long period of time, which is so awesome. Really, really cool. I loved their tokenomics. I really loved their tokenomics, which is why I invested so much with them. But hey, you can't pick. I mean, it's difficult to determine who's a scammer and who's not in the space, right? That's all we're doing, man. Starting with 10K before the farming starts, turn on recipe for that. Yeah, totally. And of course, some people are trying to be more creative with like time locks and stuff like that. But yeah, typically, the moment farming starts and you're able to harvest and sell, the coin price is tanking for sure. Paul says, I know I wasn't even in the project. It's just such a shame. Dumb dev could have made so much more staying true. The developer was a Fiverr freelancer. So we covered this on yesterday's stream as well. If you go to LinkedIn and you search Fishswap, you'll see him there, Muhammad something. I don't know what his name is, but he was a Fiverr freelancer. So of course, this guy, he knows how to fork platforms and all that stuff. He probably had access to all the contracts and was able to clear us out, you guys. But just so you guys know, Fishswap did not, it's not a traditional rug pull in the sense that all our liquidity was transferred somewhere out, right? It wasn't hacked. The site is not down. Everything still works, right? The reason for the crash was that the main wallet was emptied, 14 million tokens, or like 13 million or something. That dropped the price. And unfortunately, it messed with all of us. So, yep, you learn, you live and you learn. Fishswap, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Ant. Okay, so let's take a look at Ant. Oops, wrong one. All right, Paul, do you have a? Is it Ant Swap? You're talking about Ant Swap? Let me know, Paul. Did they also get rug pulled? What is the, is it this one? It doesn't look like this one. Although we are looking at a 0.008 token price there, so that's pretty low. Yeah, there's so many scammers out there, you guys. So many scammers. I'm really interested in this one, though. I'm really, really interested in this one. As you can see, I am minting away, which is really nice. I've made half a lava, you guys. I've made half a lava. This is really cool. Okay, I'm probably going to jump into the dye pool next. I think that's the one I'm gonna jump into next. So let's go ahead and open that one. So I might have to sell this ETH in my MetaMask here. Where's my ETH? Where's my ETH? This 0.4 ETH. I'll sell that and I'll get in there into the dye pool and mint more lava. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. But I can only harvest my lava in 7 days. Oh no, in 7 days, you guys. But hey, at least it's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep growing. Right. PVS says, yeah, this one. Okay. So yeah, let's actually have a look here. What happened? Okay, so firstly, let's look at the tokenomics to understand what happened here. Unlimited supply, burn rate, blah, 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 blah. 100 AND per block. Holy mother of. 2.8 million ants per day. Dude. Talk about hyperinflation. Fish was only like 20 per block. Okay, so what actually happened? Let's look at their, where is it? Their charts. If we click on this, okay, I'm actually trying to find their charts here. Info, no. Okay, maybe we have to go back to their docs. Maybe we have to go back to their docs and find the token. And click on the contract address and copy. Oops. Click on that one. Click copy. Okay, go to Dex Guru. What happened to Ant? And Ant is still falling. Ant is still falling. All right. Actually, this fall looks pretty gradual. It doesn't look like a crazy rug pull. Ant was at an all-time high of $1, $1.3, $1.2, and then it started going down gradually. Okay, this, in my opinion, this is a result of hyperinflation, and of course, lots of people selling. Okay, they're doing 100 Ant per block, and Paul says, and the dev is still selling his tokens. I can't imagine why, man, because they keep losing value. Like, you're printing 2.8 million per day? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's look at the hodlers. Let's look at the hodlers here, you guys. So the main 3 contracts there have the most supply. They've burned 200k tokens, and then this big account here has 66,000, which is probably not worth that much right now. Let's check. 66,116 times 0.00, what is it? 0.00777. $500. That's only worth $500, you guys. Yeah. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's how it goes. People don't know why people don't do your own research. It's crazy. Yeah, for sure. Guys, we've been live streaming for a really, really long time, so I don't want to make you guys too tired. I want to just say, look, we can recover. We can absolutely recover. If you've been rug pulled, if you lost lots of money like me, okay, I'm hoping that this journey kind of teaches you that it's not all safe out there. It's not all roses. There are real risks in this space. Always diversify. Always. And make sure that you guys are, that you're not just looking at this every single minute of every single day, right? Try to live your life. Try to work towards your goals holistically, right? Don't just look at these charts all day. It can drive you crazy, man. It can drive you crazy. Rage Chief 117 is in the chat. You have a great day, and I hope that the future ends up looking better for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Ika is in the chat. Hey Ika, we appreciate you joining today. Geek, I lost my money on Fishswap. You and me both, Ika. You and me both. Unfortunately, Geek, are you down? Maybe DM and we can share a few ideas. I'm up at the moment. Maybe share the love with everybody for sure, man. For sure, definitely. For sure. Yeah, we can definitely chat about that, guys. Before I go, I want to tell you about a project that I'm running. We at Blue Brain, which is my company, by the way, we help people build their own online businesses. If you're somebody who wants to build your own online business, creating and selling online courses specifically, which is another way of saying selling your knowledge as a product, we teach you how to do so in our free workshop, totally for free. You don't have to pay anything. Link will be in the description below, and we'll teach you how to go from 0 to sales in 60 days. And with that, guys, I want to say thank you so much. We really appreciate you. If you haven't liked this yet, please like it. It tells the algorithms across the different platforms that this content is valuable and should be shown to more people. And of course, if more people see this, which by the way, you should totally share with your friends who have also experienced what we experienced today, which is crazy loss, right? Share this with people, let them see the videos, and if they want to subscribe, they can subscribe, okay? But at least they will be informed. At least they will be educated, and that's the whole goal of what we're doing on this channel. We want to educate as many people as possible, and of course document our $1 million journey, right? These are all my social media handles in case you haven't followed me yet. Make sure you subscribe if you didn't do so. I love you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Take care.